to the brothers that's about to be fathers for the first time, and particularly the young brothers. First thing I want to say is that you got to believe that you can do this, that you can be a father. But in order for you to be a father, you have to know first what a father is. A father isn't one who just makes babies. A father has a responsibility to what he produces, and that's to be a nurturer, that's to be a provider, that's to be a guide, that's to be a role model for the children that you're bringing into the world. Now, a lot of times, being a young brother, you're not quite sure how to do this. As a young person, you're probably caught up in the game, out in the streets, or into some other aspect of life that's really not relevant to raising children. But as a father, you have to be able to set priorities. It's time for you now to make your child your priority. Your responsibility is you got to nurture them, you got to provide for them. And as a young man, you may not have the money, you may not be rolling with a good job, or you may be in school and you're trying to get your education so you can't work 2 and 3 jobs. Well, just know that your responsibility is so much greater than money, so much greater than just buying diapers or buying shoes or buying clothes. Those things are important, but your primary responsibility is to be a guide for your child. As a father, you have to provide a support system for your children. You have to know that your children are going to need your help throughout their life. And one of the main things you need to be concerned about as a father is who influences them. Well, if you are the proper father and if you are their support system, then that influence should come from you. You should be there for them when they have problems that are natural in life. They have problems in school, they have problems in relationships, they have problems with their teachers. All of these things you should be the support system for. When they have problems with their homework, you should be there to help them. Even if the child don't live with you, they still should have such a relationship with you to where they know how to get in touch with you. They know that you're there to support them. They know that you're there to back them. They know they can count on daddy. And regardless of the circumstances that you had the child under, it took 2 of you to create this baby. You the father, her the mother. One of the most important things in the child's development is the relationship between the mother and the father. Whether this is your girlfriend or just somebody you just met and things just happen, you need to keep that relationship going on some level. I'm not saying you got to be her man. I'm not saying, you got to marry her, and all of this. But if you all are having a child together, then you need to know that that's the mother. She's the first teacher. She's going to have the most influence over the child. Your influence comes through her. In other words, if she don't like you, what is she going to teach the child? She's going to teach the child to not like you. So it's important that you honor her, that you respect her, and that you consider her when you're trying to have a relationship with your child. Because without her, it's going to be hard for you. In the fantasy world, it'd be nice, if you and her could just be husband and wife and live happily ever after. But that's not the reality that we see today when you consider that over 70% of black households are headed by females. A woman there with a child, but no man around. Don't let that be you. Be involved in your child's life, but also have a relationship with the mother. You two have to sit down and decide, what do we want for our child? What do we want our child to be? Where do we want our child to live? What do we want our child to have? You need to know that that you have to be a partner in making that happen. Just because you're not present doesn't mean your child doesn't need these type of things. So what you need to do is you got to sit down and respect her and let her know what your wishes are. And then work it out. Talk to her, dialogue with her. Never get into a habit of arguing with her or fussing at her, because that's just going to make her stop connecting with you. But you got to do your part. Your part is to respect her. You don't have to love her, you don't have to live with her, you don't even have to like her. But you should respect her to the point to where she respects you and she opens up the avenue for you to have a proper relationship with your child.